Alright, hello, we're back, and for this video we're going to have a kind of like an unboxing. We got a package here from eBay. This is also going to be a product review and a secret special build. I say that because the person who's getting it will not see it until will not see this video until obviously he gets it. So the review is on the Willmodels N scale cast resin pickup truck, and this one is a I'd say it's like a 1977 Chevy pickup with a long utility bed box, and it also comes with the wheels. And for all of you out there who are into N-scale and know that N-scale vehicles are actually kind of hard to come by, especially realistic looking ones, and you know, ones with you know, pickup trucks. I mean, most of the time modeling companies sell things like Porsches or Corvettes, and those are great cars, I love them, but you don't find them in industrial areas. You find these kind of trucks. You can see the detail right through the bag. It's amazing detail for a little truck. Now this truck here was $10 with free shipping off of eBay. A lot of you are not going to like that. A lot of you are going to say, $10 for a little tiny truck? What the heck? Well, you know, if you're into N-scale and you have that one or two or three little scenes over your entire layout that need some kind of period model to you know, to kind of enhance the scene, to make it feel like, oh, well, that's 1985 or that's 1993, you know, whatever era that you're modeling, then you're gonna need something like this to stand out and you know, make an impression, because that's what people remember. They remember focal points, they remember details. I know for sure that I love seeing details when I look at somebody's layout. I mean, I go for all the little details. I love to look at them. I'm not a rivet counter, but you know, figures and vehicles, they go hand in hand with model railroading. Okay, so it just came with this little flyer. It's a single piece of paper. It does not unfold. It has the instructions on the back, which are very basic. Obviously, the dually shaped tires go on the back, whereas the skinnier tires go in the front. And the detail on the truck, it even has the little Chevy emblem on the front. I mean, it's that good. It's really that good. I'll try to zoom in here for you. I don't know if it's gonna take, but this is N scale. I don't know if you can see the Chevy emblem on the front, but it's there. The little windshield wipers, the door handles. Move it back just a hair. It does have a little bit of shiny casting material on it. You can see the back. It has little details on the back, including the tail lights. It is a very detailed little truck. You can see that it has quite a bit of flash underneath the bottom. You can see it's, I don't know how thick it is, but it's noticeable, so it'll have to be sliced off. But this is a really nice little model for N scale. This would even be nice for HO. You know, if it was bigger, of course. It's really nicely casted. So I'm gonna zoom back out. And I go ahead and set this aside. And wow, the details on the tires are just awesome. I mean, the details, you may not be able to see it if the camera doesn't zoom in. Let's try to do the focus zoom and see if it works. The camera stopped shaking. The detail behind that, and that's extraordinary detail for N scale. I have a I'm not knocking it, I love them. I have a Willmodels truck here, and just look at the difference in the detail on the wheels. The Willmodel wheel is just a little round disc with a dot in the middle. This one here, you can actually see the little tiny lug nuts, and you can see a hub detail. I mean, that's really detailed. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but in person it is very impressive. Very impressive for N scale. I just put together an HO scale model that was cast resin, purchased from eBay, and it was nowhere near the detail that this thing has. I'm not sure if this is how well the detail is on the what model company is that called? I can't remember. But they also do cast resin vehicles. But this is really impressive for a little N scale truck. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the flash off the bottom. I'm then gonna take the truck into the house and wash it with a toothbrush and warm soapy dishwater, dish soap water. I said that last time, didn't I? And you know, get all the casting liquid off of there. And I'm going to primer it with light gray primer, and then I will start painting it up. I think I'll spray paint it white, and then do the detail painting, and then put the wheels on last. I will then add some details to it. There'll probably be a homemade lumber rack, and there's going to be a ladder, and you know, little barrels and all kinds of neat little things. And this will be a gift to another model railroader that I know. He goes by the name of Jim Samsula. So Jim, this is your custom truck build, bud. Really, I was interested in these models, and you know, I wanted to see how they looked, and the detail on it, and if it was actually worth. I think this is one of the most expensive Willmodels vehicles. It was $10, but they all have free shipping, which is nice. But they had some pickup trucks like this with just a regular bed for $6. They had cars for $6, and they look very detailed in the pictures, in the description on eBay. And I got to tell you what, they look the same in person. They did not lie at all. This is a very well put together casting. There's no apparent mold pieces that are just out of place. I mean, it's really that nice. It's actually nicer than a lot of HO scale casted resin cars and trucks that I've seen. So that's saying something. So this will definitely be a company I'll deal with in the future. So if you have ever been wondering about Willmodels, you know, if they're worth getting, this one here is, I mean, I don't know how their quality check program is. There could be, you know, the next person who gets one of these could have one that's bent in half or whatever, I don't know. But I gotta say, I'd highly recommend them to any N-scalers out there. I mean, this is a very, very impressive model for N-scale. I know I probably can't say that enough. So anyway, I'm going to cut away. I have another box here. This is just a freight car that I ordered. But I'm going to cut away, and when I come back, I will have the flash cleaned off the bottom, or at least a lot of it. And you know, that's not something you need to see. You probably already know how to do it. Just take it and rub it on sandpaper like that, flat, until you get it. Or you can take the edges off with an X-Acto knife. You should be very careful. But also when I come back, this will be washed and clean. And then this is just going to be a cut video. I'm not going to do anything live on tape, because you know that I've done everything that I have on my channel. Yeah, very nice truck. So we'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I painted the truck white, and I painted the wheels white as well. And then I'm going to take a paintbrush and define the wheels with black for the actual tires. I wanted the rims to be white. Now I don't have any Southern Pacific decals, unfortunately, and you know, I think that's what is going to have to go on here. But I was also thinking, if it's Southern Pacific, it might be better in orange color than a white color. So I'm going to do a little bit of research online and see about what colors. I think he's modeling the late 80s. So I'm going to go and look on the internet and see what I can find for railroad trucks for Southern Pacific in the late 80s. I'm pretty sure I should repaint this orange, but I'm not entirely sure yet. And I do have some orange paint that I've been using, which I used on a Milwaukee Road high rail truck in HO scale. But you can see that the paint held nicely. This is rattle can flat white paint, so it held nicely to the resin. Obviously I washed the model well enough. It's hard to hold still because it's so tiny. Yeah, it's a really nice looking truck so far. I'll do the research when I come back. This will either be white or orange or whatever color, and you will get to feast eyes on what color it's going to be, and then figure out the little details later. Okay, so I mentioned somewhere in this video, I'm kind of putting this into the middle of the video somewhere, that I mentioned that I ordered 2 more Willmodels vehicles. So they came in from eBay. There should be 2 in here, so I'll go ahead and open this up and we'll get to it. This will be the telling factor if you know, they really are as good as I think they are. And I got 2 of them. Wow. I can already tell these are very, very detailed. Whether or not this is This is a company that really is worth the money, and I really do like this a lot. It looks just like a Trident Chevy Blazer, only miniaturized for N scale. I know it's kind of hard to see the details on there, but wow, this is a very nicely detailed model for N scale. Wow. The other one is a 68 Ford Highboy flatbed, or there's no bed. I'm going to make a flatbed for it. Put my hand up there and see if I can't get this to focus. Very detailed for a little N scale. Very detailed. I am very pleased. There isn't a messed up mark on here, to be honest. It is, wow. Both of these are very nice. Yeah, like I said, this one looks just like the Trident Chevy Blazer, only miniaturized, and even the little Chevy emblem on the grill work. I'm very impressed. The tires are also very nice. Of course, the tires for the Ford were also the bigger tires and wheels that I had on the orange pickup, the Chevy pickup. And then the Blazer obviously would have like a half-ton set of stock wheels with the moon caps. So there you can see those. Very nice. So I probably won't have these done for the video. I'm going to go ahead and end the video off. But up next you'll see the orange pickup on maybe pictures or video out in the sunlight, and you can kind of make your own conclusions of whether or not Willmodels is worth it for you. So stay tuned. We'll be right. Well, hello YouTube, and hi Jim. This is your finished truck. It's not going to be a high rail truck. It's just going to be a regular, you know, Southern Pacific maintenance truck. But yeah, the Willmodels. I believe it's a 76 or 77 Chevy pickup. They basically didn't change body style for like 20 years. So I think it could pass for a little bit newer era. But yeah, there she be on the little N-scale diorama. This is just a little diorama I built for taking pictures. I'm sure most of you have seen it. The detail on these little Willmodel trucks are just exquisite, especially the rims and tires. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but in person it's pretty impressive, and it looks great out in the sunlight. You know, out in natural sunlight it could almost pass for a real truck. In N scale, that's pretty hard to achieve. So Willmodels did an excellent job with this truck. I'll go ahead and move it around a little bit so you can see the front end. I painted the front end grillwork and bumper an off-white color. Maybe you can see the details on the rims. Very nice detail on the rims and tires. Now, this is a cute little truck, and I managed to glue the wheels on so that all four wheels are down on the ground on a flat surface, and you know, with it sitting next to the rail like that, it looks pretty good. So kudos to Willmodels. I actually went back onto eBay and ordered 2 more different models. pickup trucks for my own personal layout. So let me know what you think about these Willmodel trucks. I think with the free shipping on eBay, I think that's the best way they can do it, because they have such a nice quality. It makes it worth it to pay the money, I think. You know, just that one vehicle, it's actually less than a new train car, I think makes an entire scene. And to park it like by a bridge like this, you know, where a focal point would be, you know, if it's like a 7 or 8 foot long stretch on an N-scale layout, that's not a lot of money really, because you know, like I said, the train cars, they cost about anywhere from 15 to 25, sometimes up to 30 bucks for one train car. So just don't buy a cheap train car and buy one of these, and it totally makes a scene. I was a little leery at first because I've done a lot of you know, cast resin vehicles, and this one being an N scale, I was worried about, you know, wasting my money on it. But I gotta tell you, Willmodels, oh my gosh, that is really, really nice. Really nice. So like I said, I went and ordered 2 more, and I'll go ahead and take pictures of those, and I mean, when they get in, they're not in yet. I also have a Rock Island U25B on the way that I will be doing up in N scale. But let me know what you think about these little trucks from Willmodels. Very nice. So see you all, and take care. Have a nice day.